Now, the Wabash Valley's most watched newscast continues with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Kevin Orbert, awarded the AMS seal of approval by the American Meteorological Society.
Well, it has been a hot day. Got up to 90 degrees today. It's now down to 88, like you could tell. But we have on the radar here nothing of real consequence showing up. I did have a little splatter of rain right down here along the White River between Knox and Daviess counties. But that's it. And I think this is what we're going to be looking at for probably the next week or so, with the exception perhaps of a little daily pop-up storm. But the longer the heat settles in, the more evaporation goes on, the more drying out takes place, and then we just get into a pattern where this weather sort of perpetuates itself. It kind of feeds on itself, and that means that everything stops. Everything stops moving in a relative sense, weather-wise, across most of the United States. Now we've got just you can see a few little showers up here. Those have dissipated. Those are not any big deal. 88 here in Terre Haute. Paris has 86. Temperatures in the 80s, or 90 degrees anyway, everywhere you go within the two-state region here, within our viewing area. And there's not much of a wind. Sometimes a nice breeze can help, but today is probably not going to be one of those days. And tonight, if you don't have air conditioning, you'll want a fan or something like that to try and keep yourself cool, because the wind is going to die down. It's 6 miles per hour right now. KZ has a 1 mile per hour breeze. It's 88 now. It feels like it's 90. In KZ, it feels like it's 87, or your body reacts as if it's 87 degrees or 90 degrees is probably a better way to say it. Lagodi, it's 98 degrees according to the temperature index with the humidity and everything. But look at this. Now, I haven't seen anything. I've been doing weather a long time, and it's rare that we see this. I've got 70 degrees up here in Seattle, but look at this huge area of very warm air. And it's unusual to see this. Dallas already has 100 degrees, Denver 90, and even in Fargo it's 89 degrees. And so with the exception of the coasts, it's really quite warm everywhere in the United States. And it's going to stay that way. A lot of times we can look at this and say, oh, here comes the system we're tracking, or here comes this or that. That's not the case. We've got a little stationary front down here along the Gulf of Mexico, and a very weak cool front up here at the top of the United States, up near Canada. But what is happening is high pressure is moving in, and it typically does this time of year. We call it a Bermuda high, and so this thing comes in and starts to bring us southerly breezes, and as that happens, we might inject some moisture into the atmosphere. But the thing about it is, as far as any relief, any kind of rainstorm or any kind of pattern that's going to change coming up in the near future, foreseeable future, is probably not going to happen. 70, high overcast. You'll see the moon tonight. It might be a little fuzzy. Tomorrow, high of 91. It'll feel hotter than that. We could have a few spotty storms. And the 7-day forecast, well, of course, today we have 91, Monday 93, Tuesday 93, Wednesday 96, Thursday 97, Friday 98, and Saturday 98 degrees. I do not believe we're going to set any record highs this week, but it's going to be really uncomfortable if you have to work out in this and so on.
Yes, hard to stay cool and hard to stay hydrated in this kind of weather.
That's true.
That's for sure.
That's true.
All right, thanks,
Okay.
Kevin.